Andreas Giorgio backstage for my next match at the 2017 IMMAF World Championships of Amateur MMA. Now joined by Northern Ireland's Jack Corr. Jack, unfortunately you've crashed out of the tournament here in the round of 16 on day 2 of the World Championships. But yet again, I stand next to you, and the progression, the growth of yourself, it's at such a young age, one of the youngest, if not the youngest, participants in the championships. Continue to prove yourself time and time again. We'll talk a little bit about today's loss in a second, but what I want to talk to you about was the first round victory over Sean Jobert. I tweeted out afterwards on the My Next Match account, absolutely mature performance from you. Did exactly what you needed to do to defeat him. Very well on the ground, and the sweeps as well were fantastic. And the level of education I've seen from you, progressing and developing, it seems to me that realistically you have matured as a fighter, even though you're still so young. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think I've always been good, I think, but I just think I'm getting more used to, like, my fight IQ is getting better. Like, there was an instance in the fight where it was the 3rd round and I was winning, and he tried to clinch me, and I knew he was pretty tricky on the ground. I knew on stand up I thought I would win the stand up handily enough, but he was tougher than I thought as well. But I thought I got him up against the cage and I just held him because I didn't want to go to the ground, but I knew the ref, if I just held him, would break it and allow me to step back and start standing up again. So I think, you know, and as well, he would only, most of his punches were like overhand rights, so I stand in a southpaw stance even though I'm right-handed, so I could just keep him away with my right jab while keeping my left hand up. So I was a bit hesitant with my left hand, but I was able to keep him away with the jab.
That's what I mean. It just showed, I think it showed the levels of progression since Prague, I believe, was your first tournament. Prague, yeah, so to develop from Prague, and then there was Bulgaria, and you made a little joke when I saw you yesterday between you and Gerard, when he wins you lose, and when you lose he wins, and unfortunately he lost.
Both win. Next time I'll both win, yeah.
Definitely, well I hope so anyway. But let's talk about today's performance. A lot tougher than Sean Jobert, the Australian fellow that you fought today. By the sounds of it, just came at you with everything he had, and he just wanted to wrestle.
To be fair, I was pretty pleased. He was very good at striking as well, and I think he caught me with a spinning back fist and it dropped me. But it actually made me more confident that I was able to recover really quickly from that, and I'm pretty happy with it because it was a tough fight. But now, you know, fighting in these, I'm not going to get anyone really tougher than that, like someone like him, who's, I'm pretty sure he's a lot older than me, like experience-wise as well. So he was tough, and I felt if it had been 5 rounds, maybe I might have won because I didn't feel tired, to be fair. But the first round was the hardest. He came at it full pelt, like. But as it started to go on, I felt I was getting better. But he kicked me once in the ankle as well, and I actually heard it yesterday. I kicked the guy Sean. I think I kicked him in the head, and it racked my ankle. But he kicked it again today, and it was proper sore, like. But you know, this tournament, I'm pretty pleased with how it's went. Like the one in Prague, I was happy with because it was my first tournament. The one in Bulgaria, I was pretty angry with it. Like, I think what happened was I was pretty nervous for that one, but I remember I was walking into the cage and I tripped walking into the cage, and that just threw me off for the rest of it. But this one I was pretty calm for both of them, and even when it was going on, even when the guy I was fighting today was hit me with all sorts, I was like pleased to be in there, so it was good.
I think I've seen more of a confidence about you. I looked through the pictures that Jordan uploaded onto the IMMAF page, and the pictures, you know, you look like you're just having a good time after the victory. You're pointing at the camera, you know, you're just enjoying the moment. Would you say that you came here to Bahrain a lot more prepared, a lot more confident than Bulgaria, as you say, which you felt was a bad tournament?
I think, I don't know, Bulgaria, I probably trained maybe harder for this one. I don't know. I think because I lost last time, whereas in Prague I won, I was more motivated for this one and more like focused on, like, I think I went into Bulgaria a bit like, oh, I've won at this before. I'm like, it will be better this time, and like sort of, I don't know, but this time I was really focused on it. So, and I think I've got stronger as well. We did more weight training for this one. Like that guy I fought today from Australia, like he couldn't take me down, and he took me down in the last round, I think, but I think my takedown defense. Yeah. I think like at the start, the first round, he was going all striking, and like he dropped me, but then I was hitting him with these big palm strikes to the head, and he didn't like them. But I think my wrestling's got a lot better as well from most of the weight training we've been doing.
You're still young. What is the plan for you? Because I know that your dad, Danny, the development program that is in place in Northern Ireland currently is one of its kind. You know, nothing else currently, especially in the UK, really stands out. I know you're really involved with that. If you want to open up a little bit about that and talk a bit more about that, because I think it's a fascinating story.
Yeah, well, I've got a job coaching MMA, and it's in partnership with the Northern Ireland Youth Forum in Northern Ireland. So what it is I work with a youth worker, and we go out to like hard to reach communities and around Northern Ireland and Belfast, pretty much Belfast. And what it is, I do MMA, and that's the hook to get them into like doing youth work. And then the reason they use like a young person like me, because most of the people I'm taking in those are like pretty much the same age as me. So like, and as well, they're pretty. They see like, oh, he's my age. If I train on this, I could be going to like these tournaments. Are as you feel like you're fighting UFC going to these things, like so.
Especially here, there's screens everywhere. It's just amazing, the production value.
Police escorts to the shows and all, and like hopping through security in the airport in Bahrain, but it's it's a good hook to get people. Like, I know a lot of people who've joined our gym, who since they've joined our gym and got involved in youth programs, they've just stopped doing antisocial stuff and like stuff like that.
Final question for me. I feel I know the answer, but I want to be definitive here. Will we see you back in an IMMAF competition?
Obviously, yeah, definitely. Why would you turn pro or something if there's stuff that this is better than most pro shows? I would rather fight in this, like, and I'm at uni now, so it's pretty good. Like, I would continue doing these for ages. Like,
Jack, tremendous performance as always. Thank you, and great showing from Northern Ireland. Cheers, man.